Good day. I'm Dick Kimball, the signage control man, and I'm against perpetual poor signage. That is, public endurance of blatant errors, bad grammar, and just plain jerry-rigged signs. There is no excuse for substandard signage in a community. However, like gang graffiti, bad signs just keep springing up everywhere. There are various categories of poor signage we will be exploring in today's segment, and our first category is senseless punctuation. This is a common problem, and whether signs are homemade or professionally painted, they usually display nothing more than the sign painter's ignorance. Let's take a look.
This is typical. A needless, senseless possessive. Videos. And this looks like a pro paint job, too.
Perhaps we should give Nightlife Adult Videos a call about this.
Nightlife Video.
Yes, is the manager there, please?
Speaking.
Hi, were you aware that the sign on the southern side of your building has inappropriate punctuation on it? It says adult videos, and the S has an apostrophe in front of it, implying a possessive.
Well, I ain't gonna worry about that right now.
So you're not thinking about repainting in the near future?
No.
All right. Just thought I'd let you know.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ah, well. Hi there! Looks stupid when I do this, doesn't it? Looks even stupider on public signs.
How about this furniture store? A professional paint job? Or is it? Uh-oh. Free kittens. Those quotes sort of imply there might be a catch, no?
Another common offense frequently occurs with the movie Marquee style signs we see all over. Someone ran out of letters, or didn't have enough numbers, so they jerry-rigged, or shit and giggled the message.
Over here at the garage, everything looks fine. No misspellings on this sign, but that W in we looks suspiciously like an upside-down M to me. And look at the flip side. They've shit and giggled a number 3 for an E in that we.
Poor. Next, I visited a Dairy Queen. But I didn't go inside, not after I saw those 2 shit and giggled backwards P's they'd used for 99.
And at the Baldwood Furniture Store, well, it's just a mess. Oh, dear.
I won't pursue this segment too heavily, because using upside-down 7s for L's and 3s for E's is so commonplace. But it is because of this rude assumption that we, the public, are to accept such substandard notions that this program exists. Now on to one of my favorite areas, reuse abuse. That means reusing a sign that was originally manufactured for another business entirely.
Ah, yes. Here's Royal Printing and Copier Service. But that sign sort of looks like, I don't know, a woman's head? Could it be that it was once a beauty salon? In any case, the place is closed. Perhaps if they didn't have a sign shaped like a woman's head. And for some reason, bowling alleys tend to have it rough. I've always liked this one, sort of east meets west. Oh, but we could go bowling here. Oh, I guess we'll be buying tires instead. Sign could have fooled me. Oh well, I could use a spare. A subcategory of reuse abuse is just plain stupid. I know, from having lived in this area, of a certain Cleaners, which recently turned into a florist shop. And here it is, E-Leaners. Can you see what they did? It used to say Cleaners, but they fashioned an E and replaced the C, and what do you suppose it's supposed to say now?
Let's just give E-Leaners a call.
Eleanor, this is Joe.
Yes, hi. I have noticed that your store at one time was a Cleaners.
Yes.
And I was curious, your sign, I actually didn't interpret it as Eleanor's, I just read it as E-Leaners.
It is the same for us. It was on Washington Street, and we utilized that sign that was up there.
I see. So you simply had an E made and replaced the C?
Yes.
All right. Well, how come you didn't make an O to replace the E at the end so it would read as Eleanor's instead of Eleanor's?
We call it Eleanor's the way it's spelled there, but it was under new ownership, and we more or less wanted to make a distinction and so on. So we killed two birds with one stone.
Oh. I see. So it's not Eleanor's. There's no Eleanor.
No, it's Eleanor.
It is Eleanor. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I didn't even mention that they needed an apostrophe before that S. Oh well, maybe they can borrow one from adult videos. Finally, our human interest corner, a category called Appalling Homemades. You know, those fab homemade yard sale signs, illegible pencil on dark brown cardboard, and missing reward signs. Again, the sign saying nothing more than how ignorant the sign maker was.
Here's a 5-page saga about a 7-year-old who lost his bicycle. Despite the rather intense pathos here, note the charming spelling. This sign sure catches my eye. Little touches like this that imbue a real sense of credibility to the situation. Or at least urgency, since they couldn't take the time to spell anything right.
But wait, don't go away. We're not through yet. It's time for our fabulous 5-star, super shitty substandard sign of the week. Actually, it's a series of signs that grace the front of a local thrift store.
And look at this. We have everything here. We have misspelling. We have senseless quotation marks and senseless apostrophes. Look at that.
And there were a lot more where that came from. Let's hassle them.
Thank you for the phone.
Yes, I've enjoyed shopping in your thrift store. However, I wanted to let you know, if you don't already, that you have some inappropriate signage in the windows of your store facing the street.
What do they say?
Well, you have first Saturday of every month, half off everything. Some items exclude. Excluded is spelled wrong, and it's in quotes.
Okay.
Both your signs say that.
Okay.
There's another sign that says Senior Citizens Day, I believe, Wednesdays, and there's an apostrophe on Wednesdays after the Y and before the S. It looks as though someone took some time to make these signs with stencils and all, then used inappropriate apostrophes, quotes, and misspellings.
Okay. They shouldn't be there?
No. The quotes don't have any reason to be around the sentences, some items excluded.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But I like your store so much, and I felt that you would need some appropriate signs.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's it for our segment today. And remember, next time you see substandard signage, give them a call. Let them know that they're not pulling anything over on you and you're not gonna take it anymore. Good luck to you. Signing out.